Ain't nobody's running, ain't nobody's hiding, nobody's ducking. I mean, Crawford's gonna be right there, ready to trade blows with Canelo Alvarez. Why did you use that word war? Why are you feeling that way?
If you go down the list and ask me about tactical advantages, most of them are Crawford.
Crawford could see everything coming. He could see everything coming that Canelo threw at him. He was reading it so well. His guard was so tight as well when he was up at the ropes, when he was exiting, looking to move around.
They looked about the same size. But that was a brilliant performance. And what can you say? I mean, you got to give him his credit. He created a lot of history. He dreamt this fight. He willed it to happen. A lot of people, not me, but a lot of people laughed at him and said, forget about it, no chance against a bigger guy like that.
Stephen A. Smith had a strong reaction to Canelo Alvarez's defeat against Terence Crawford. He noted that Crawford had been aiming for this matchup for years as a way to secure his legacy. Smith pointed out that Crawford delivered on the biggest stage, becoming the new champion and overshadowing Canelo's spotlight. He stressed that this wasn't just an ordinary victory, it was a career-defining moment for Crawford.
Division world champion out of Omaha, Nebraska. He's undefeated, 41-0 with 31 KOs. And he begged for this fight. He wanted Canelo bad because to him, it's all about legacy. I'm not speculating. I'm telling you what I know. And how would I know? It's because I interviewed him. Yesterday, we sat down. Here is my conversation with the one and only Terence Crawford challenging Saul Canelo Alvarez, moving up 2 weight divisions to do it.
Max Kellerman also described Crawford's performance as historic and career-defining. He analyzed Canelo Alvarez's defeat against Terence Crawford with a sharp viewpoint, saying it was like stepping up several weight divisions to face a dangerous rival who could push you into a brutal fight unlike anything you've experienced before. Kellerman explained that truly confident fighters chase tough challenges without worrying about size, speed, or power. He pointed out that Crawford showed exactly that fearless attitude, and reminded everyone that for years, hardly anyone dared to call out Bud. According to Kellerman, this victory proved Crawford's place among the sport's most respected fighters because he embraced such a risky challenge.
Giving up or having to jump up 2 more weight classes and fight a guy who might put him in a dogfight, a real one, for the first time in his career.
When we get put in that position, we go find opposition to make that happen. You understand me? So when we go looking for the opposition, we're not concerned about how big they are, how fast they are, how strong they are. We feel like we got enough that we can bring to the table with anybody. That night I fought John Ruiz, I didn't care who was over there. Whoever they brought out that locker room was gonna get it. You understand me? That's just what it was. And I think Bud kind of has that feeling. Now, Bud, you gotta remember, has been around for a long time. Nobody called him out. You understand me? All the time Floyd came at the boxing, Floyd never said, I want Bud Crawford.
No one ever said his name.
Hey, all I know is one thing, Israel Nazarmoff, he didn't get it, he barely lost.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but nobody called his name.
Shakur Stevenson has always shown great respect for Terence Crawford. But after Crawford's dominant victory over Canelo Alvarez, his praise carried even more weight. Shakur said that Crawford not only lived up to every promise he made before the fight, but also proved why he is regarded so highly in the sport. Stevenson shared that from the very start of his own career, he studied Crawford's technique, mindset, and discipline. Seeing his idol achieve such a historic milestone reaffirmed to Shakur that true greatness comes from years of dedication and consistency. To him, Crawford is more than just a champion. He's a mentor-like figure who represents the standard of excellence younger fighters strive to reach.
On Cook Canelo. Said he was going to outbox him. He did exactly what I called years ago. And tonight he proved that he's the greatest boxer that ever lived.
Well, in the interview with Dimwat, you said, you felt like going on a run watching that tonight. How much inspiration can you take from someone like Terence?
I take everything from him. I've been around him since I was a kid. And just watching that greatness.
Stephen A. Smith reflected on Terence Crawford's mindset going into the Canelo fight, noting how determined he was from the start. While many fighters might have tried to bring a superstar like Canelo down to a more favorable weight, Crawford chose to face him at 168 pounds on Canelo's own turf. For Crawford, it was never about taking the easy path. It was about building his legacy. Smith reminded viewers that Canelo Alvarez remains one of the sport's most accomplished champions, with titles across several weight classes. The fact that Crawford wanted exactly what Canelo had at this division and chased it without hesitation showed his relentless drive to achieve greatness on the toughest stage possible.
41-0, Molly. with 31 knockouts. He's taken on all comers. I asked him, you're moving up in weight. Why would you not try to get Canelo to come down from 168 to 160 to meet you halfway, since his last fight was at Crawford's last fight was at 154? Crawford said, I want what he has. I want to go take it. I don't want to make, I don't want him making concessions and alterations. I'm coming to take what he has. And you look at him, and no one believes that he can't pull it off. He can box, he can punch, he's smart, he's elite, and he wants Canelo. He begged Canelo for this fight.
Aid Oladipo pointed out the dramatic shift in how the public views Terence Crawford. Before the fight, many critics wrote Crawford off as too small, too old, and not capable of handling a powerhouse like Canelo Alvarez at a higher weight class. But after the fight, many of those same doubters were the first to praise him, despite once questioning his chances. Aid stressed that Crawford earned every bit of that praise because he took the hardest route possible. Stepping up from lighter divisions to challenge a dominant champion like Canelo was no easy shortcut. It was a massive risk. By defeating Canelo in decisive fashion, Crawford proved that his success isn't defined by size or age, but by elite skill and unshakable determination.
Crawford did it again a few hours ago against Canelo. And what makes it even special or more special for Crawford is that he did it jumping up, as we know, a couple of weight classes. He did it against one of an all-time or another fellow all-time great. And he did it against someone who was undisputed and still a pound-for-pound top 10 guy. That's what Crawford did, people. So, all those things people were saying in the lead up to this fight, Canelo's going to be too strong, Canelo's too experienced, Crawford's going to be 38, all that. You have to remember all of that when you give Crawford his flowers. Don't like, oh, well, Canelo looks old. No. I don't want to hear any of that. I've started to see a few people on Twitter start to kind of sort of find excuses already. No. Remember everything you said, because Crawford deserves all of that. All of that. Crawford was incredible. Honestly, in the pocket, he was at times showing Canelo, no, I'm stronger than you. I'm going to bully you. Oh, you think you're going to get me in the clinch because you're Mr. 168? No, look at the size of me. I'm jacked as well. I'm swole. And he was moving Canelo around. So by doing that, he got his respect. He didn't switch to orthodox once, stayed in the southpaw stance because he realized early, oh, Canelo don't like this. Canelo does not like this southpaw stance. Canelo's tripping over himself. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to switch it. No, I like this work. I'm going to stay here. On the ropes, it's like, okay, come in. Because when you come in, I've got that as well. And I can hurt you as well. Spinning off the ropes. His jab was fantastic. They put up the jab numbers. He was out jabbing Canelo. It was almost like 10-1. Maybe even 20-1. It was fantastic. And when he needed to land those power shots, he was landing those power shots. It was an incredible performance.
The Wade concept analyst offered a key perspective by rejecting the idea that Canelo's loss could be brushed off as the decline of an aging champion. He noted that Crawford is actually older than Canelo, so age can't be used as an excuse for Alvarez's defeat. On top of that, Canelo held clear advantages in weight, power, and experience at this division, yet Crawford still came out on top. QDE argued that this result wasn't about Canelo slipping past his prime. It was about Crawford rising to a completely new level. By shutting down all the excuses, he emphasized that Crawford's victory was genuine, undeniable, and historic. Thank you for watching. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.